This is my persuasive paper, and my topic is whether or not robots in the workforce help or hurt human employment. I believe that robots in the workforce will ensure humans have easier jobs and will be better suited to handling jobs that require harder labor or in hazardous conditions. So first off, humans aren't able to work in certain hazardous conditions and can suffer within them. We're also advancing rapidly enough that within our lifetimes, we'll be able to slowly phase out human labor for reduced prices and the ability to have faster production and workflows. Humans aren't suited to all environments. That's where our robots come in handy. They'll be able to explore space for us, be there in a disaster, and will even help herd our cows. These are all tasks that were previously done by humans, but with advancements made, we're able to phase out human lives and put in robotic ones instead. Obviously, the human productivity will be increased because of this, as we'll be less focused within our jobs or manufacturing to be able to continue sustaining new ways of life and changes we can make within our planet and in humankind. There are the drawbacks of this, however, such as how will it be implemented, how can we prevent poverty/loss of jobs, and how can we ensure that the robots are safe to use. I believe that those drawbacks are just small ones though, and can be easily mitigated with tighter restrictions on laws and setting up programs to ensure humans can remain employed and be able to sustain themselves/their families. I also believe that with the right use of this, we can help save lives and ensure a proper future for mankind going forward, as we're able to devote more time to other areas and aspects outside of work. I'll next move on to how these robots are already helping us and have been. So robots have been in the workforce since the 1960s in automotive factories. In the 1970s, these robots were used for welding and painting cars on the assembly line. These factories have had them in place for well over 50 years, and in that time has greatly reduced the workload of humans, especially in tasks that can be more dangerous, such as handling metal fabrication on car doors or other metal objects, or working in palletizing. When we implement more robots into the workforce, we're making our jobs and lives easier doing so. Robots can be used in a variety of ways, such as the painting or welding listed above, and can also be used in jobs that are summarized as the 3 Ds, which are dull, dirty, and dangerous, which could mean, anything like rescue missions or like having to clean up after other waste or anything like that. And they can even be trained or work alongside humans. An example that I found was when a robot is spreading glue to insulate the inside of a car door, that they can spread the glue while the human is able to use their more nimble fingers to spread it out and make sure it's coated properly. There's already an estimation of over 250,000 robots installed in factories all over the United States as of the year 2017. This number will only grow as time goes on and robots become cheaper to employers. Alongside the factory jobs, robots also handle a variety of other tasks you might not even think that were handled by them, such as robots in warehouses that retrieve items from within and carry them around to ensure a human isn't lugging around 2 tons of items. Robots in medicine that are performing neurosurgery with a doctor's guidance, and precise radiation therapy on patients, and even robots that are used for bomb detection and bomb clearance, such as in urban areas or in terrorist operations. There will obviously be the naysayers and people who are afraid for their livelihoods as robots enter the workforce, but it has been estimated that due to factors like rise in consumption, an aging population, technological development, the building industry, and renewable energy, it will all lead to more jobs emerging, thus ensuring humans will always have a place in the workforce, even if it is alongside robots. Now that I've already told you how these robots can help, just imagine what it would be like with them. So, without these robots, humans would have to go back to working in dangerous conditions and ensuring many lives would be affected from injuries or deaths in the workforce. There would be more jobs, but there would also be jobs that are undesirable, such as, cutting up steel and metal, having to weld excessively, having to move around in very repetitive motions that can lead to injuries, cleaning up spills or other accidents, and even the manufacturing of items or materials that would be bogged down by the speed of human workers. When we use the robots, all of those jobs are eliminated and allow for us humans to train the robots, control them to better suit the environment they're in, and to continue forward developing new breakthroughs in other fields alongside robotics. I believe that robots in the workforce will ensure humans have easier jobs and will be better suited to handling jobs that require harder labor or are in hazardous conditions. If we don't continue our usage, we'll end up declining as a species, since we'll be left with more undesirable jobs and tasks that can be easily completed by robots who don't get distraught or upset at menial tasks/labor. And that's why I think we need to have robots in the workforce. I don't think they'll cause any harm, as evidenced by the facts that I've given and by the proof and citations that I've seen.